Welcome to our today's detailed topic. When going through your toughest phase of life, 17 ways to discover the formula to live meaningfully. Plus 36 things to accept when going through tough times in life. Plus 15 bad, negative, awful things. If they happen in your life, it is perfectly alright. Because they usually happen to most of the human beings. For real value addition to this topic, please focus only on the content. Kindly ignore my lacunas in pronunciation, tone, expression, accent, grammar, my looks and even these videos background. If you need help on any specific topic or need coaching, mentoring, counseling to overcome the issues, the challenges, the problems you're facing in your life, in your personal, professional, business part of life, along with your relationship issues, kindly email me on the IDs given in either of my two websites. Please like the videos which adds value to you. Kindly subscribe and share this message about coaching session and the videos with the near and dear ones. Now coming back to our topic. When going through your toughest phase of life, 17 ways how I discovered the formula to live a meaningful life and how you can use this formula to create a meaningful life for yourself. Some of the hardest events that can impact our lives are meeting with serious accidents and sudden discovery of life-threatening diseases, death of a loved one with whom we were attached and dependent very deeply, breakups, divorce, losing your job suddenly, and losing your life savings completely. These things happen almost to each one of us, but they usually happen one at a time. But what happens when you are being hit from every angle, which has many of the above at the same time? Yet, no matter what type of your unique set of challenges, difficulties, painful, hurting and traumatic situation go through in your life, chances are you will have to face these alive. You will all have choices to either give up completely and go into serious and many times irreversible and irrecoverable mental emotional states, or be prepared for many exigencies if they have not happened yet, or if you are going through something similar, learn to reach within and discover the inner strength to get through sanely. It is impossible to identify all the shocking and shaking events of your life, but the wisest thing to do is to be prepared to face the difficult times in your lives, to avoid all types of potential damage to our lives. Many of these situations would not be within our control, yet still to live a meaningful life, we need to have our own tool set to deal with these if and when we get stuck. Have you ever gone through your personal hell? Well, I am literally going through since quite few years. Now, 17 ways how I discovered the formula to live meaningful life in spite of getting hit from all sides and don't hurt my loved ones. Although I did hurt my most loved ones once by my uncalled for outburst. Now, coming back to the formula. First, I had hoped that next day, the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year, after my birthday, the things will become better. Did they? No. In fact, the corona made it even more painfully, provokingly obvious that it is not going to go away soon. Second, lost all the earning opportunities, lost all my life savings, had relationship breakups. The people I considered my well-wishers started avoiding me or went into silence. Not that I asked them for help even once. The people who were supporting me in my financial crisis also got their earnings impacted, lost peace of mind, and lost my abilities to stay positive. Third, in fact, I started losing cool at the slightest or no provocations. I fought with my most loved ones and managed to create stress for everyone around me. I took help of astrologers, the healers, the spiritual gurus, as well as few renowned godmen, and of course continuous praying to God. And All like, and I came out with nothing. Nothing changed. Things became worse. In fact, the future predictors predicted that it will become worse and will remain so for next 7 years. I said, wow, that is some life I have gotten into. Then I decided, this shit has gone longer than I should have taken. I also realized in my earlier painful times, I did use the strategy, channelizing my negative energies into creating and building something meaningful, to me at least. I created 2 portals for pro bono counseling. One is relationshipandhappiness.com and for business mentoring, successelevatedmantra.com. If it helps anyone meaningfully, wonderful. Otherwise, I would have done something to occupy myself constructively to remain sane up to a great extent. In the current ongoing crisis, I have made myself busy with creating my YouTube channel, this particular channel, to give people tips on do-it-yourself on topics each one of us face and might be facing in every aspect of life. As I can't afford spending any money anymore in promoting my channel, I have become a one-man institution. Right from getting the idea about the script, to recording the video on my mobile with a chroma green background, to editing myself, to uploading them on YouTube, to promoting. This promoting, I know, is my greatest weakness. As after 3 months, even after telling all the people in my circle, I got only 4 additional subscribers. So, people ask me, why you are doing this when it is not earning you any money or adding any value? My answer is to remain sane. Even if no one watches it, it is alright. Same philosophy. I write blogs. If someone reads it, cool. If no one, at least I have created something of value. This formula to remain less stressed is definitely working for me. From my struggles, failures and crises, how I could bounce back. These practical, simple to understand and implement tips are taken and given in this article. The basic premise being sharing all this is that if you can develop these understandings, you would have created a most powerful tool to handle almost any disruptive catastrophes. Now, there are 15 things, if they happen in your life, it is perfectly alright because they usually happen to most of the human beings. First, it is perfectly alright to not be okay for short periods during and after intense stress-inducing events. Second, have failures in life, to make mistakes, especially in those times when you can't afford to make any. To feel hopeless time to time, to lose everything, to see your loved ones suffer, to see people walk away from you, to get misunderstood, to feel angry, upset, sad. Feel like your life is going downhill in a free fall with no way to stop or reduce its velocity, momentum and direction. With every action, every decision is wrong. Even the so-called guaranteed things collapse. You can't think about any positives and only negativities plague your brain and emotions. You're not able to feel grateful for anything. Your life will change. Nothing in life is permanent. Now there are 36 things to remember when going through tough times in life. First, facing difficulties is inevitable. Understand that your pain is part of your life and your love. Mindset is half the battle. It is okay to have down days and tough times. Expecting life to be wonderful all the time is surefire recipe for big hurts and disappointments and upsets. Your biggest fears rarely becomes real. Most of the time, it is created and nurtured by your own imagination used in the wrong way. You can never change any situation you don't take responsibility for. The present is all you really have to deal with. No one can validate you. Only you have to deal with your problems. If you're thinking, why I am being punished? Let us get this straight. No one is punishing you. You are punishing yourself by holding on to toxic thoughts and feelings. You have faced bad times earlier, and unless it is continuing still, all of them did end. You also had good times. They too ended. Our mind is capable of a very powerful phenomena that is to generalize, distort and delete to create distorted perception. In most cases, we magnify negative events to a level that as if they will never end. Plus, we completely manage to erase all positives to the extent that time will never turn. You have faced and overcome many challenges before. If you have survived all your earlier crises, it only proves that you have lots of strength. Corona has made it sharper to notice that bad things happen to many people. It is not happening with you alone. Besides being upsetting, it is also going to be a learning experience should you take it like that. If you can't handle and face this situation on your own, you should ask for help from either your most trusted people or qualified experts. Staying positive advice will only work when you can busy yourself with taking action that may create future forward ways for a newer paradigm in everything. Life is never the way we have been conditioned to believe. It is the way it is right now with you. In the most hopeless times, as the history shows, this is the best time to use and polish your creative muscle. There are certainly circumstances and situations when doing something or anything is beyond your area of control. We need to know if this time is that. Then do nothing in this area. But there are many situations when you can take actions to make the situations better. None of the solutions be visible. It can be discovered through undergoing many trials and experimentations and failures and improvisations. Facing difficulties is inevitable. If you can learn from it to create changes in your mindset, habits, skills, knowledge and attitude, it would be the most remarkable thing to happen to you. You need to change your emotional state from feeling sorry to doing what you can with what you have and right now. Focusing on what you can influence, control and do, and not on what is beyond. Having said that, having a network of your well-wishers and honest people around you is one of the most important tools that you can have. Surround yourself with people who are loving, caring, honest and available. Self-care during tough times is most essential. Forgiving someone who got you into that mess will create the power to fill yourself with positives in life. If you want to feel energetic about life again, you have to create, try, test and validate your own motivational and inspirational rituals or methods. We have to get into the mindset of focusing on what you want instead of dwelling on what you don't want. Be nice to yourself, even if you're feeling sad, angry, disappointed, despondent about your future. Extend compassion towards yourself and give these emotions the space they need. Having faith in something you can at times give you the power to bounce back. Trusting yourself that you will handle it, whatever it may be, and no matter